Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to Bonk update today. And Bonk is down, Bitcoin is down, Bitcoin has broken below the channel, Bonk has broken below the trend line, as you can see in here. For quite some time it has been looking that way for Bitcoin, and we have our answers, at least for now. And this is almost like a rising wedge, in my opinion, that Bonk has been making up for quite some time, and the technical target for this one has not been met, which is going to be 14 and 10. So do expect the prices to maybe come down a little bit to 14.10, but there's one plot twist, in my opinion, that can happen during this time, and that is to try to go back up again to 21.67, try to retest 21.67, and then from here get some rejection and maybe finally go down to 13.77. We haven't seen any retest, but don't keep your hopes high about a pump. Anyways, it's just a small guess. It's not necessarily true that it's going to do that, but I think the next technical target is going to be 14.06. Now let's actually check what the RSI on the 4-hour time frame really looks like, and I think we are pretty much down to a place where a buying opportunity does represent itself on the 4-hour time frame. So I think we're actually quite down on the 4-hour time frame. Could be some chances of actually getting some few trades, but RSI is not enough. I'm not saying you have to jump into any trades. However, there's this one little bit of support, in my opinion, that can be something that we can actually expect, and that is if Bonk goes all the way down to touch 11.60. So if it does touch 11.60, I think this could actually be a good place to buy, because we do have all of that resistances, and eventually this is your support coming up next, and we could actually try to see a bounce off that area as well. And that's it for the video on Bonk. One more thing is that on the announcement, I think in Q3 there could be a final crash, and we can actually try to get a coin that can give us 2 to 10x in Q4. So we can actually do a swing trade in Q3 and try to cash out in Q4, which is the last 3 months of the year. Okay, so yes, this is something I'm looking at, and the Q3, by the way, starts next month. So right now I'm telling you this early as possible, so that by the time comes when I feel like, okay, there's a little bit of crash, there's a huge discount in the market, and there's something we can grab that can really pump up again in Q4, I'm gonna give you. I've given DOT, I've given SHIB before, and they've done pretty well. So this is something that I normally do on a year-to-year basis, which is totally free. So come in Discord if you want to take that, and I'm going to see you the next one. Love.